Did you know that there is an artificial intelligence program that was trained with 45 terabytes of data? That's right! The first version of ChatGPT has been trained with such a massive amount of data that it can do almost anything. On today's episode of Fake News, we're going to take a look at what Apple Intelligence is capable of. Let's get into it. Have you ever heard of Apple Intelligence? It's a new AI system developed by Apple that can generate text, translate languages, right? Different kinds of creative content, answer your questions in an informative way, and remember what you told it. The best part is that unlike other programs out there, it's not open source. So your data isn't going to be sold to anyone else, and it doesn't have any political bias. Apple Intelligence is the result of years of research into natural language processing. They want to be known for their artificial intelligence as well. So how does it compare to other AI systems like GPT-4 from OpenAI? Well, we don't really know because Apple hasn't released the specifics yet, but we do know that it's not quite as powerful as GPT-4. That is, because GPT-4 can perform actions in the real world like booking appointments or making phone calls. Apple Intelligence can't do that yet. But who knows? Maybe one day it'll be able to do anything that we can do. The good news is that Apple Intelligence will be available to everyone soon. Yes, you heard that right. Soon. Apple Intelligence will be free for all of us to use. How do I know this? Well, because Apple has said so. And they wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. We don't know when exactly it will be released, but we're hoping it will happen soon. We'll be able to try it out and see what it's like for ourselves. There are some things that we know about it already. For example, Apple has said that it is designed to help people with everyday tasks, like answering questions or generating text. But it is also powerful enough to handle more complex requests, like summarizing a long article or translating a website into another language. Apple says that it will be respectful of users' privacy and that it won't share any personal data with third parties without permission. This is music to our ears, as we've seen how other companies have used AI to track and profile users online. Apple is promising that this won't happen with its AI assistant. There are still many unknowns about Apple Intelligence, though. We don't know how it compares to other AI assistants like Siri or Alexa, nor do we know how well it can understand and respond to natural language. Only time will tell how good it is. What about the hardware? What kind of device do you need to use Apple Intelligence? Well, according to reports, you won't need a Mac or an iPhone to use it. All you'll need is a web browser. This means that you will be able to access it from anywhere in the world. As long as you have an internet connection, you won't even need to download any software. Just open up your browser and go to the website. It's that easy. It's important to note here that Apple Intelligence won't be integrated into iOS or macOS anytime soon. Apple wants to keep its AI separate from its operating systems so that it can focus on making each one better. They don't want to cannibalize their efforts by trying to do both things at once. That's why they're developing Apple Intelligence as a standalone product that can run on any device. This also means that you won't need a HomePod or an Apple TV to use it either. As long as you have a device with a screen and speakers, then you'll be able to interact with Apple Intelligence directly. You can ask it questions, make requests, and it will respond accordingly. This makes it much more versatile than other AI assistants like Siri, which are limited to the devices they're integrated into. Another advantage of having Apple Intelligence as a standalone product is that it will be much easier to update and improve over time. Apple won't have to wait for a new version of iOS or macOS to release before making changes. or adding new features. It can simply push updates to Apple Intelligence whenever necessary without having to worry about compatibility issues. This also means that you won't have to worry about Apple Intelligence getting worse over time due to lack of updates or support. Apple has made it clear that they're committed to making Apple Intelligence the best AI assistant possible, and they're willing to invest whatever resources are necessary to make that happen. We know that Apple has big plans for its new AI assistant, but what are those plans? What does Apple want to do with Apple Intelligence? Well, according to reports, Apple wants to use Apple Intelligence to improve its existing products and services. For example, Apple could use Apple Intelligence to improve Siri, making it smarter and more responsive. Apple could also use Apple Intelligence to develop new features for its devices. For example, Apple could use Apple Intelligence to develop a new dictation app that is much more accurate than the one currently available. Apple could also use Apple Intelligence to improve its search engine, making it smarter and more accurate. Apple could also use Apple Intelligence to develop new products and services entirely. For example, Apple could use Apple Intelligence to develop a new personal assistant that competes with Alexa and Google Assistant. Apple could also use Apple Intelligence to develop new healthcare products and services. Also, do you and forget to subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss any of our latest videos. Now let's move on to the next segment of the video. Next, we'll talk about something that you may have never heard of before. A new tool that allows you to learn about the Bible in a fun and interactive way. It's called the YouVersion Bible app, and it's available on mobile devices. The YouVersion Bible app is the most popular Bible app in the world, with over 500 million downloads. It offers a variety of different versions of the Bible as well as a number of different study tools. What sets the YouVersion Bible app apart from other Bible apps is its focus on community. The app allows you to connect with other Christians around the world and share your faith with them. You can also read through the Bible together and discuss it in a group chat. If you're not a Christian but are interested in learning more about Christianity, the YouVersion Bible app is a great place to start. You can use it to explore different Christian teachings and even find a church near you. So if you want to learn more about the Bible or deepen your understanding of Christianity, we highly recommend downloading the YouVersion Bible app. It's available on all mobile devices and is completely free.